Practicing on the bass, week 2. For the students who sit on a stool. Let's review so far what we've learned on the bass. You know how to put it down, pick it up, carry it across the room. You know how to put this rib right here in between your stomach and your hip, kind of in between your stomach and your belly button, or your hip and your belly button, in your tummy. We're going to put the bow down for now. The first activity is just getting comfortable with the bass. So go ahead and rock back and forth if you have the mobility to do so. And hug the bass. And put your fingers up here. Bring your elbows back. And we're going to do this again. We're just not going to do it for as long. And come down. Elbows up. Ski down the slope. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get that left hand set up. Put your thumb on the back of the neck. Put your fingers on the front. You're going to make a C shape. There you go, C shape. And your first finger is going to be on the first tape. If you don't have tapes, please have a professional help you get some tapes on your instrument or some kind of marker to tell you where that first. Put your finger in first position and pull back. 1, second finger, first and second finger, 2, third and fourth finger, 3. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to feel this coming against your leg as you do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your thumb is going to come off the other side of the neck as you pull back. So you're pulling back your whole arm just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, just for review, this is your left hand, this is your right hand. Okay, we've worked out the left hand. We're going to let the left hand take a break. We're going to go back to the right hand. Make a backwards L. We can go straight on and pluck this way, but we're going to turn our hand up just a little bit. So bring your thumb and your finger down, pointing towards the floor, and you're going to pluck like this with 2 fingers. Ready? Open string song. Say and play. G, 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 D, 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 A, and E, E, E. Again, G, 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 D, 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 A, E, E, E. One more time. G, 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 D, 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 A, E, E, E. Okay, now it's time to use that bow. Let's review the bow hold. I'm going to get a little closer so you can see. So you're going to take the bow and you're going to put the thumb underneath with the tip of the thumb on the stick. Your 2 fingers are going to go over, and remember you're holding it with the other hand like this. Your pinky is going to get lined up and rock back and forth and wiggle your thumb. Rock back and forth and wiggle your thumb. Make sure you have a nice steady bow hold. It's going to hit right across the middle knuckles, right across there. If it's coming into this part of your hand, you need to let go just a little bit. Look at the bow, but also look at my hand and my arm and see how they're moving. So what we want to do is we want to move the arm this way. So go ahead and grab that arm like this and just go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We're going to let go. And you have a muscle right here. This is my elbow. So right below the elbow, you have this muscle, and this is what's going to drive the bow arm. Okay? So grab that arm. Remember, this is my left, this is my right. So that your bow should be in your right hand. Your base should be across the left side of your body. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Let's do it together. 1, 2, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. I'm going to reposition the camera, put it down where the bow is going to be, and continue. So you're going to put your bow not quite halfway, but maybe a quarter of the way down from the fingerboard. If you look at the end of the fingerboard and the bridge, you're going to put it right like a quarter, about an inch, inch and a half from there. Or if you're measuring from the end of the fingerboard to the bridge, you're going to work like about a quarter of the way down. And you're just going to use that same motion. You don't want to use the upper arm, less upper arm, more lower arm. And we're going to go on the D, rock it back and forth. Find the D where you're not going to hit another string. You can look at it and draw the bow across. You want to make I'm actually a quarter of the way down in my camera angle. Because my bow is tilted up like this, it looks like I'm right at the end of the fingerboard. I'm actually not, I'm right there. Then we're going to tilt a little bit, back and forth, and push that bow in. Okay. Now come down a little bit, and we're going to go down bow. Oh, that's a better sound. And up bow. And what I did just there is I am looking in the camera and I am seeing if my bow is straight or not. And when I got out here, my bow wasn't quite straight, so I kind of dropped my arm a little bit, like this way. So practicing in front of a mirror and watching your bow angle is a very effective way to see if you are doing the right thing on your instrument. Okay, so we're going to go up bow and down bow and up bow and down bow and one more up bow. Okay, so we generally start down bow, so we always start at the frog. There's a few exceptions to these, but for now, let's just start at the frog unless you're told otherwise. And go down bow. So this is down bow, this is up bow. And I remember it because, well, we'll review that later. Okay, now we're going to move over to the A. So you're just going to drop your whole arm. So when you switch strings, you're going to use your whole arm. When you're moving the bow, you're going to concentrate on using that forearm and bending the wrist. For the A, you're going to come down a little bit farther to get a good sound. Okay, let's do it together. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. Now down to the E. so every single bass has a sweet spot where an open string is going to sound the best. So what you want to do is just move the bow around and experiment with each placement to see where it is the most resonant. Oh, feels like it's like right about there for that string. This one's going to be different. And I'm just doing down bows so it'll really grab the string. Oh, that sounds good right there. And trust your ear. It's going to be different for each string. And it might be way different for the G string. So at this time, you've made some really good sounds on your bass. So what I want you to do right now is just stop the video and play some down bows and up bows. Make sure you're keeping your bent thumb and your rounded pinky across the frog. See, we've made some really good sounds on your bass. So what I'd like you to do is just turn off the video and experiment using the bow on your own. And experiment with all the things that I showed you. Get a mirror and look in the mirror and watch your bow and make sure that bow, your wrist is nice and flexible. You're using the muscle right below your elbow to get a nice straight bow across the strings. That wasn't straight. Straight bow across the strings. That wasn't straight either. Let's try again. I don't have the bow actually on the string. It's a little bit harder if the bow is not on the string. So make sure that bow stays really straight and practice for about 2 or 3 minutes. And then it's time to pack up. Don't forget to loosen your bow. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.